You all have a letter, a copy of the letter that I sent to Mr. Patrick Lynch, who happens to be the president of the Police Patrol and Benevolent Association, in which I am asking him to review this matter and to take action on this matter. We are celebrating the Black History Month, right? This month. And yesterday, when the marshal came here, let me tell you before that, let me tell you that 2 months ago, I received an email from Sergeant Gregory, and I asked Marcus, my assistant, to ask him to come to see me. He came to my office. I called personally in front of him. He said, I called the chairman of the City Housing Authority. He told me, don't worry about it. Everything will be taken care of. I agree with you. But nonetheless, 2 months later, yesterday, the marshal came. And if it's not because he was sick, and he would tell you in a minute, he would have been in the street today. But the marshal came ready to put him out. And that's a disgrace. That's a disgrace that we have to face that. How many times we have been protesting, picketing, and complaining about police brutality on the other side. Today, it's like a reverse discrimination that we're doing with police officers. And injustice has been done. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you Sergeant Gregory. And he will say, I just received a call this morning. I mean, a few minutes ago. A few minutes ago, I received a call from the New York City Housing Authority chairman telling me that they will take care of the business, that he will stay, that everything will be nice, that the problem is solved. We didn't have to go through this for this to happen. Now because there's a press conference, now the problem is solved. The problem could have been solved 2 months ago. So Mr. Gregory.
Why were they going to evict you? Can you tell us why were they going to evict you? That's what we can't figure out.
Well, I was in the police residency program, and there's a lease you have to sign for the police residency program. A regular tenant's lease is only a page long. My lease is almost 10 pages long. And within the lease, there are a lot of stipulations and rules that an officer must abide by, which I don't have a problem with. You have to abide by rules, and you have to abide by stipulations. So you have, it was connected to my job performance on duty and actually off duty. You could lose, you could have your lease terminated. And I didn't have a problem with that. But there was one small thing. If I died or if I retired, my lease was terminated. And it wasn't, and even when the marshal came the other day, and he was like, he was looking at the court order, he said, well, you owe, and the person from the house said, no, it's not a money matter. The marshal was even surprised to hear that. It wasn't a money matter. It's just this stipulation in my lease that if I couldn't be used as a officer that was still working, they could throw me out of my body.
So this was in your contract already?
It's in the lease. It's one of those. It's in the lease, and like if you didn't read the whole lease, you wouldn't see it. It says if you die or if you retire. I understand being terminated. I understand being anything else, but to retire, die. I asked them, could I work with you with this? And their whole answer was no.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to call the attention to this clause that is, I think, it's unjust, it's unfair for a police officer that would like to stay in the neighborhood, that would like to stay in the city housing, and to be kicked out because he's no longer a police officer. So we're calling Patrick Lynch and the mayor to review this matter and allow future police officers to stay and not to go through what Sergeant Gregory is going.
Did you know that the marshals were coming?
No, did not know. Actually, the other day, I came to Senator Diaz's office because they had sent my rent check back, and I knew Senator Diaz, and I also want to say thing. I sent letters to many other public officials, and he was the only man to answer me back, only one. I went to several politicians, and he was the only one that answered me. But to get back to it, because I got this statement saying that your check is being sent back for pending legal action. I went to his office, and he said, no, they assured me nothing's going to happen. When I came home, they were waiting for me. If I hadn't got home, they'd have went in my apartment, took my stuff out.
Okay, so now what?
Now, I think I could stay. I mean, but I'm still a little nervous about it, but as far as I'm concerned, but I have nothing official.
How long have you been on the force?
I was on the job over 22 months.
How many people affected by this?
I was told approximately 400. I don't know for sure, but it's approximately 400 people.
Who got in this program?
Yes.
Okay?
So you're staying basically, right?
Yeah.
That's what
Nothing official yet.
that's what the chairman, Mr. Doug Apple from the New York City Housing Authority called me, and that's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay,
Did they
thank
say
you.
how long he was staying with their?
And we want him to stay as long as he wants to. He wants to pay rent, market value. I mean, market rate. He doesn't want to any favor. He just wants to stay. Okay, thank you.